When it comes to landmark restaurants in Atlantic City, it's hard to beat the Knife and Fork Inn. With an exterior resembling a tiny castle, the inn has ruled over the city for 100 historic years, and it's not just locals who have noticed. The restaurant has served celebrities such as Duke Ellington and Bob Hope, as well as infamous leaders including Atlantic City's Nucky Johnson. When riding Albany Avenue into the city, you run right into the Knife and Fork on the corner of Atlantic Avenue. This location makes it the perfect welcome to Atlantic City. The restaurant was originally built as a gentleman's club for the political elite in 1912 under William Riddle, who became mayor of the city in the same year. Riddle was extremely strict and specific about the quality of the building materials at the Knife and Fork Inn, demanding rust-proof copper nails, a brass door, and hardwood floors imported from Belgium. After finding out workmen were painting the heads of nails copper to cut corners, Riddle had a portion of the building torn down and rebuilt to fix the problem. With stucco walls, stepped gables, stained glass, and a terracotta roof, Riddle's building certainly stood the test of time and stands out among other architecture in the city.
There's so many things in this building that are, impossible to recreate now, or just, would be no way it would be cost effective to try to do it. So, that's the kind of stuff that you can't, you just can't build it like this anymore. So.
Riddle operated a bar through the Prohibition era, and the authorities eventually stopped turning a blind eye to the operation, forcing him to look for a new operator. Milton and Evelyn Latch took over the Knife and Fork in 1927 and added their own touches to it over the course of 7 decades. They added an enclosed patio area, which was featured in the Burt Lancaster and Susan Sarandon film Atlantic City, and replaced private booths on the second floor with tables. In 2005, Frank Doherty took over the Knife and Fork.
It is historic in Atlantic City in many, many ways. It's a place that it was always the fine dining, special occasion place to go, and I just remember coming here as a kid all the time with my, or many times with my parents. It was just classic, and it fit in perfectly with the idea of the classic steakhouse. So.
Doherty used a 5-month, multi-million-dollar renovation of the restaurant to get it back to its 1920s glory days. With most of the decor and fabrics picked from themes of the Roaring '20s, Doherty has made the interior space as warm and inviting as the restaurant's history, and its food is just as accommodating. Considered a fairly formal restaurant, most patrons visit the Knife and Fork Inn for special occasions. The eatery's elite service and modern takes on classic dishes is what keeps it in business in Atlantic City. While people may be drawn to the Knife and Fork because of its history, people come back to the restaurant for its fusion of classic and contemporary cuisine with gourmet flair and presentation, such as lollipop lamb chops, lobster spring rolls, Kobe beef carpaccio, and mini burgers, prime steaks, various fish dishes, sautéed soft-shell crabs, inventive sides, and homemade desserts. And the bar scene is always hopping with local celebrities mixed with the average Joe as they sip on craft beer and more than 300 wines. The Knife and Fork is truly a legendary Atlantic City institution that is worth checking out.